Janavallabha Girivaradari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Vishnupad Pranam Sapravrajikacharya Stuttarashat Shri Srimad Vila Abhay Chandraminda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai Namachara Haridas Thakur Ki Jai प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। गौर पूर्णिमा महामहोत्सव की जय। निताय गौर प्रमनंदे हरि ओम। Oh, glorious assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. Oh, glorious assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. Oh, glorious assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. Oh, glorious to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Oh, glorious to Srila Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pashtaputari Srimad Radhanath Swami Namine. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pashtaputari Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचरिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चातदेशतरिणे। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितनां पवनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So today is most auspicious day actually in our year. It's Gaur Purnima, the appearance day of most merciful personality in the whole existence actually, not only this universe. Yes, Lord Chaitanya is the source of all incarnations. He is the supreme personality of Godhead himself, Swayam Bhagavan. We should know who is Lord Chaitanya. It's not just appeared as an incarnation. No, he's the source of all incarnations. Yes. And he appeared for many different reasons. From him, actually, everything emanates. In Srimad Bhagavatam, in the beginning, it is explained, Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam atmayam brahmati paramatmati bhagavan iti shabdati. That actually there is Advaya Gyan, one non-dual existence. And it is exhibited like Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan in this variety. So, although Supreme Existence is one, it is full of variety. It's not just one blob. just without any variety. It's full of variety, and we can experience variety. So there is this material variety can exist only because of spiritual variety. Yes. So Lord appeared to help living entities to achieve Him, actually. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna explains, Yada yadarhi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata, abhyutanama dharmasya tatatmanam srijamyam. Whenever there is decline of religious principles and rise of demoniac forces, I appear again and again in different yugas. So one of his reasons to appear was to establish a particular yuga dharma. And of course we know yuga dharma for Kali Yuga is to chant the holy name. Yes. Kalar dosha nidirajan asti hyeka mahangana. Kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha parambrajit. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam that this age of Kali is full of faults. And we can see that there are full of faults. Wherever you look, there are some faults. Yes. Kalar dosha nide rajan. Nidhi means ocean. So it's ocean of faults. Yes. But asti hyeko. Asti means there is. Eko means one. Mahan guna, very great quality. Not just insignificant quality, but great quality. Kirtanat eva krishnasya, mukta sangha parambrajit. But by chanting the holy name, one can get free from entanglement, from material nature, and achieve the highest perfection. Yes, only by chanting the holy name. So Lord Chaitanya appeared for this reason, just to spread the holy name, to understand the value of chanting of the holy name. So if we want really to have any benefit from appearance of Lord Chaitanya, we should understand the value of chanting the holy name. Yes, this chanting of the holy name is not the mechanical process. We have discussed this many times, but as it is said in Latin, and French is close to Latin, repetitium est mater studiorum. Have you heard about this? Repetitium est mater studiorum. Yes. It's a mother of study, mother of knowledge, actually. Yes. Mater studiorum. Yes, therefore it's beneficial to repeat something that it sticks to our mind. I remember once my father-in-law, he was driving my sons from the temple sometimes because they were there to practice mridanga, and he drove them home from the temple, and when he was waiting for the class to finish, he discussed something with a devotee who worked in a shop, and this devotee was very talkative person, and he talked a lot, and he liked his discussion with this devotee, although he himself was not at all a religious person. And he said, because he received some books from me and my wife, he said that, yes, this person, this Srila Prabhupada, is always repeating something. Always the same thing, again and again and again. And this devotee said to him, yes, we need to repeat, otherwise we completely forget everything. So yes, we should remember things by repeating them. And it is extremely important to understand the value of the holy name. If we don't understand the value of the holy name, we take it maybe for a mechanical process. But it is not. It's addressed to a person, actually to two persons, Radha and Krishna. We are calling Radha and Krishna. So even in our dealings amongst each other, if one is not present in the relationship, there is no question of relationship actually. And if we try to establish some conversation and someone is absent-minded, thinks of other things and doing something else, we are offended, aren't we? Yes. So it's the same in the relationship with the Supreme Person. And it's even more important. Can you imagine that some important persons of this world will come to us and we wouldn't pay any attention, proper attention? For example, the President of the USA comes to us and we are scrolling the phone and yes, for this. We would be extremely attentive, although this President of the United States is insignificant, like this insignificant fly in comparison to the Lord, to the holy name. Yes, but if he would come, we would be very attentive, wouldn't we? Yes, extremely attentive. So, how much more we should be attentive to the holy name? Yes, otherwise it's offensive. And if we chant offensively, it's not possible to get any real benefit from chanting. We can get even liberation, but not love of God. What is hankered for, at least we should hanker. Yes, so Yuga Dharma was first thing that Lord Chaitanya wanted to accomplish by his appearance, to spread the holy name, to spread the awareness of the importance of holy name, to spread the attachment to the holy name. He encouraged everyone to chant the holy name, and everyone was chanting the holy name. So, yes, and the next reason for his appearance is to fulfill the desire of his devotee. Advaita Acharya was praying for the appearance of the Lord because he understood that I'm Mahavishnu. Advaita Acharya is Mahavishnu and Sadashiva. And his duty as Mahavishnu, Vishnu's duty is to maintain the universe. And so spreading of love of Krishna is something beyond his duty, something beyond his domain, we can say. So, but he saw the unfortunate condition of living entities in this material world. And so he wanted to help them. He wanted to save them from suffering. Everyone is suffering in this material world. First understanding, Lord Krishna says in 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the symptom of knowledge is that you understand that you suffer. Yes. Because many living entities don't understand that they suffer. Yes. If you ask an ordinary person on the street, just make an experiment and ask them, do you suffer? No. I'm enjoying this, anything. I'm happy. Yes. Everyone wants to present him as happy, as perfect. and successful and so on. Yes. Even if you ask a Brahmin on the street. Yes. Yes. So I'm happy. There was a story that Lord Indra was cursed to become a pig, and because of his licentious behavior, he became a pig. But then there was no king in heaven for some time, and Lord Brahma wanted him back to heaven after some time. But Indra didn't want to return. He said that I have wonderful time here as a pig. Yes, he was happy as a pig. Yes, I have my family here. My wife pig. My piglets. I'm happy here in my situation. I'm lying in stool. I'm eating stool. I'm having sex with the sheep pig. So, what I lack? I don't lack anything. Don't bother me with these heavenly responsibilities. These are too much. Just a headache. Let me be a pig. Yes. But then Lord Brahma didn't allow him to remain a pig. So he inspired the farmer to kill all his children, all the piglets, small piglets, that were so oinking so nicely. Yes. Yes, because to the parents, this broken language of children is so pleasant to hear. So sweet, yes. So broken oinking for, for the father pig is also very pleasant to hear. Yes. So then Brahma arranged that the farmer slaughtered all his children. But still he didn't want to return. He was thinking, yes, I can make another piglet. Yes. But then the farmer killed also his wife. Yes, the swine. Hare Krishna. And still he was reluctant to go back to heaven. And then farmer prepared to kill him also. And then he was calling for Brahma to return to heavenly abode, to become a king of heaven again. So we shouldn't be such pigs in material world. We are invited by the Lord to come back to spiritual world, to join him in his ever blissful pastimes. And if we remain pig-like in this material world, is extremely unfortunate situation. We shouldn't consider that this life in this material world is of any benefit, is of any advantage. The sole advantage is to connect with the Lord. This is the only advantage in this material world that one can have in human life. So if we don't take advantage of it to connect with the Lord, we just miss the opportunity. Yes. We are killed again and again and again. Like these piglets and mother swine was killed. Everyone were killed because they didn't connect with the Lord, with the higher destination. Yes. Therefore, it's so important to understand what's the purpose of my life. If you don't understand what is the purpose of my life, then I will go on trying to enjoy my senses, because it's natural. We want to be happy. And if we don't experience any spiritual happiness, we'll definitely try to experience material happiness. So therefore, first requirement in spiritual life is to hear again and again and again. Because from time immemorial, we are engrossed in material life, and we don't know any other type of life. So if we don't hear regularly, every day, and chant with full concentration every day, then it's not possible to understand. We'll take it something theoretical. Yes, spiritual life is something theoretical. Once there was a class of Jayadvaita Maharaj, and someone asked for some solution. I don't know exactly what was the question, but Maharaj replied to him that he should get absorbed in the chanting of the holy name and hearing Krishna Katha. And then this particular devotee discussed this with Kadamba Maharaj. And he said, his answers are just theoretical. And Kadamba Maharaj said, yes, as long as we take spiritual life as theoretical, we don't have any realization whatsoever. Yes. Then our spiritual life is theoretical. We don't proceed from theory to practice. Yes. So don't allow yourself that your spiritual life would be theoretical. Yes, you should experience it. Yes, because with no experience, there can be no attachment. Yes. With no experience, there can be no attachment. Yes. From ruchi comes asakti. If we experience some taste, then we can be attached. Yes. Asakti comes from ruchi. But ruchi, taste, comes from absorption, from nishtha. Yes. There is no taste without absorption. We have said many times that if we eat something in haste, you can't taste anything. Yes. Because our thoughts are absorbed in something else. Yes. If you are in haste, that means that we need to go somewhere very quickly or do something urgently. So our thoughts are immersed in something else. So we can't taste anything. And if we don't taste, where is the question of enjoyment? There's no question of enjoyment. So if we can't taste the holy name, where is the question of spiritual realm? There is no enjoyment, no rasa. Yes, no juice. Rasa means juice. So yes, it's so important to understand. This is not theoretical. This must be practical. Yes. So practice spiritual life. Let it be your only life. Not just a spice to your life. Yes, many times people use spiritual life as a spice. Just to add something that my life would be richer. Yes. But this is craziness, actually. Losing the opportunity. Real opportunity. What we gain as we use it just as a spice, something that we add to enrich our material life. Just enrich our dying. Yes, because yam yam vapismaram bhavan tyajantyanti kalivaram tam tam aveti kaunta sadha tadbhava bhavita. Whatever state of consciousness one has at the time of death, he'll definitely attain this without doubt, says Krishna. There is no miracle of the time of death. Death has no power to create miracles. You should know this. Yes. So if you are absorbed in material life throughout our life, we'll definitely be absorbed at the time of death. There's no other possibility. Death is not a pleasant experience. Death is a very traumatic experience. Yes. Even if we have stepped on a thorn, can you imagine? A thorn is 1 millimeter takes in our foot. But try to chant with concentration when there is a thorn in your foot. It's very difficult. All your consciousness goes to this 1 millimeter of your body because it feels inconvenience. So how much more difficult it is to concentrate when all our functions of the body are collapsing. Yes, it's so more difficult to absorb ourselves in the spiritual life at the time of death. So if we don't practice all our life, it's not possible, not even a theoretical possibility, to become absorbed in Krishna. Yes, so you should become absorbed in Krishna now. Actually, if you want to live in spiritual world after death, you should live in spiritual world now. There is no tomorrow. Yes. Tomorrow never comes. Have you experienced that tomorrow would come? No, tomorrow never comes. Today we should be Krishna conscious. Today we should live in spiritual world. Otherwise we will never live in spiritual world. Yes. So this is important. Lord Caitanya came to give us spiritual world. And the next reason that Lord Caitanya appeared, and very confidential reason, but it's still external reason, is to give Raja Bhakti to us. Lord Caitanya considered that I can't feel any pleasure if people are worshipping me because of some rules and regulations. Yes, there is no real pleasure in this. If you just perform some ritualistic thing, how can this bring pleasure to anyone actually? Yes, you fulfill your duty, but there is no pleasure in duty. Yes. Pleasure comes from relationship. There is only pleasure actually. There is no other pleasure in this world, in any world, as a relationship. Only relationship can give us satisfaction. There is nothing else. So fulfilling some obligation is very external. But bhakti in Vrindavan is most confidential, is most intimate, most close, most personal you can imagine. So Lord Chaitanya wanted to give this. Anarpita chirincharat karuna evatirna kalom samarpitam unatotola rasam swabhakti shriyam. So he wanted not just to give some close relationship with him, but most intimate possible. Unatochola rasa. Unatochola rasa means this madhurya rasa, or conjugal love that gopis share with Krishna. So we should understand this and try to hanker for this. No other incarnation of the Lord, no other form of the Lord gave us this mercy as Lord Caitanya. But this mercy, we can transcend all the inhabitants of Vaikuntha, not by our qualification, but by unlimited mercy of Lord Caitanya. Yes, to establish most intimate relationship with Krishna, as lovers have. Yes. We discussed how only happiness is in the relationship. And this means that more the relationship is intimate, more happiness is in it. Isn't it? Although relationship of mother to the child is very close, is very intimate, but the child is ready to abandon his mother to connect with the beloved one. Isn't it? Yes. A child abandons his father and mother and goes to his beloved. Yes, because more the relationship is intimate, more pleasure is there. So Lord also experienced the utmost pleasure in most intimate relationships, most close relationships, completely dedicated relationships. And he's not keeping these relationships only for himself and his most close devotees, but he wanted to spread these relationships to anyone, even to the most fallen. Yes. And we are fortunate enough to be counted amongst the most fallen. Hare Krishna. So, as Narottam Das Thakur prays, yes, I'm the most fallen, so my request is first. My request is first. You should give your mercy to me first. Yes. So this is qualification, actually, to be the most fallen, to recognize this. Yes. Actually, there is a curse from Advaita Acharya that those who are proud cannot get Krishna's mercy, mercy of Lord Caitanya, that they can't get Krishna prema. So if one is proud, yes, I'm a great devotee, I'm a knowledgeable person, I know so much, I am an important person, you disqualify yourself, yes, from the mercy of Lord Caitanya. So always be very humble. That is the key. Lord Chaitanya himself taught us this key. Trinadapi sunichana, dororivasa hishana, amanina manatina kirtana yasdari. This is the key to the spiritual world. There are only one door to the spiritual world, and this is the key. Or maybe there are more doors, but there is one key. Hare Krishna. And this key is to become more humble than a blade of grass. Yes, we have heard yesterday in the class of Srila Prabhupada. And he emphasized how devotee is more humble than grass. Everyone walks on the grass, but the grass doesn't protest. Yes. And the tree doesn't protest. We can see many leaves here. I don't know if they are from trees. I'm not the, but they are from trees, from bush. And this bush didn't protest. We took so many leaves from. Very happy, actually. Yes. Etavat janma safalyam dehinamihadeshu pranararthardhyavacha shreyam acharanam sada. It is explained in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam how everyone should live for the benefit of others. Yes, Lord Krishna explains this to his friends. Yes, and he gives an example of trees, how trees are living for the benefit of everyone. No one is disappointed coming to a tree. You can get fruits from the tree. You can get shade from scorching sun from the tree. You can get branches from the tree. You can get leaves from the tree. You can get wood from the tree. You cut it down, although he's so generous, but still he doesn't protest if you cut it down to use his wood to get you warm. Yes. So Prabhupada emphasized that we should be like this in spiritual life. So how it's possible? Humanly, it's not possible. Humanly, it's not possible. But if we understand that we don't belong to this world, then we don't fight for existence. Yes. This, to be more humble than a blade of grass, is possible because the grass is fighting for its existence. Yes. If you study the grass, you'll see it's fighting against other grasses for existence, for living space, isn't it? But if we fight for our material existence, what we'll get? Yes, we will get material existence. If we fight for material existence, we will get material existence. So we should understand that teno kumbam susamikshano bunjana evatma kritam vipakam hritvakpa purbirve dadanamasti jivita muktipate sadharbhak. It is explained in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam that everything comes by Krishna's mercy in our life. Even inconveniences are actually Krishna's mercy. And without inconveniences, we can't advance in spiritual life. It's not possible, because if there wouldn't be any inconveniences, we would think that, yes, everything is perfect. Why we should strive for for spiritual perfection? No use. I'm perfectly happy. Like Indra was perfectly happy as a pig. Yes. We should rise above this pig mentality. Yes. But as long as we want to satisfy our material senses, we have pig-like mentality. Yes. Therefore, try to understand. First is theoretical understanding. Yes, most intimate relationships can give us most pleasure, but not on material plane, but on a spiritual plane. Yes. So I have to develop most intimate relationship with Krishna. But I'm so entangled with material life. I'm so attached. I have unlimited attachment. Who can count them? Yes. I'm attached to honor. Therefore, if someone is ignoring me, I'm offended. Or if someone talks behind my back, I'm also offended. Or I am giving my life for some community and no one cares what I have to say, I'm also offended. But Lord Caitanya says, Amanina, don't expect any honor for yourself. This is the key. But give honor to everyone. These are the keys for spiritual success. If we don't realize this, then we should become more humble than a blade of grass, and as tolerant as a tree, and not expecting any honor for ourselves, but giving honor and respect to everyone. As long as we don't understand this, it's no question of spiritual advancement. Yes. Therefore, this should be our prayer. Lord, please help me realize that I'm insignificant. Because we are completely insignificant. Once a devotee came to Prabhupada and said, I'm the most fallen. But Prabhupada said to him, you're not the most anything. You're simply insignificant. Yes. You're not even the most fallen. Hare Krishna. You're not the most anything. Yes. There is no field that you can't imagine that someone would be better than you. Is there any field of life that you would think there is no one better than me in the whole world, or in whole existence? It's not possible. But even if there would be someone who would think like this, for example, Olympic champion, still, Lord Krishna explains in 7th chapter, Paurusham Nrishu, I am the ability in man. So the Lord takes away the ability and you can't even carry a spoon in your mouth. Yes. You can't even digest things. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Prananam Dikhamashita. Pranapana Samayukta Pachamanam Chaturvidam. That Krishna explains in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that I'm this fire of digestion in everyone's body, and I digest 4 kinds of foodstuff. So if we don't understand that Krishna is the ability, my abilities are Krishna's abilities actually, then we are envious of other living entities, envious of my neighbor who is getting glorified by others. Yes, I can't tolerate this. And if someone is as good as I am, I also can't tolerate it. If I don't understand that Krishna is ability in man. Actually, he's the one who gives different abilities and different responsibilities to different living entities. And Jyoti Prabhu showed me the other day the offering that Jayapataka Maharaj wrote to Srila Prabhupada. And although those who know Jayapataka Maharaj, you know in what condition he is. And he's practically hardly alive. But still, he performs so much service. It's impossible to imagine. Yes. He's acquiring land for Mayapur and I don't know what. So many services. Prabhupada wanted how many residents to be in Mayapur? 50,000. Yes, and he said we have 7,500 so far. So we are far from this number still, but we are trying. to achieve it. And so many different services. So we can see this is great ability given by Krishna. We can be insignificant in comparison to such great souls, but still, Lord appreciates if we give our best. Like there was a spider or a squirrel, different interpretations, in Ram Lila, who was hardly moving any grains of dust to help to build a bridge to Lanka. And Hanuman was carrying big mountains. And this squirrel or a spider was in the way of Hanuman. And Hanuman said, "Get away, this you little spider." But Lord Ram chastised Hanuman. No, he's doing as much as you do. He is giving his 100%, and you are giving your 100%. So you both satisfy me completely. So even if we are not Hanumans, if we are spiders, we shouldn't be envious of Hanumans, or we shouldn't be envious of other spiders. Yes, we should give our 100%, not less. I have read some article of Srila Prabhupada in Back to Godhead before he came to the West. And he said that one should perform devotional service 100% and nothing else whatsoever than devotional service. So this is realization, actually. This is practical realization, not theoretical. So if we are advised by our spiritual masters, if we are advised by Lord Caitanya himself to go deep in our chanting of the holy name, we should understand that this is the panacea that will save us from any inconvenience in this life. This is not just theoretical. If you have any problem, take to the holy name. Yeah, that doesn't mean that we neglect our duties, but these duties, we should understand their service to Krishna. If we take them as material duties, then we are not even on the level of pure bhakti. Yes, pure bhakti means only service to Krishna and nothing else whatsoever. So if we take any duty that we have as something burdensome, we don't understand that this is service to Krishna. Yes. And service to Krishna is not burdensome. It's the source of pleasure. Even if it is painful, it's source of pleasure. It is explained by our acharyas that pain that we receive in devotional service is like a bite of a lover. It may hurt a little bit, but brings great pleasure, isn't it? Yes, it brings great pleasure. So we should understand any duty that we have is just service to Krishna. Yes. Don't take any duty as something material. Then your spiritual life is not really begun. Yes. And if some duty is an obstacle to your surrender to Krishna, then give it up. That doesn't mean that you give up your children and your wife or your husband. No, this is the service for Krishna. Extremely important service. So don't think that if I'm providing for my family food and roof over their head, that this is my service completed. No, I should connect my family to Krishna. This is my only true service. You should understand this. Otherwise, it's not possible to satisfy Krishna. Can I satisfy Krishna giving my children food and education, but they die because they don't develop Krishna consciousness? No. How can this be pleasing to Krishna? It's the same as killing our children. Yes. Because actually it's the same. Material nature kills the child and we didn't protect them. Yes. We should protect our children from death. This is our duty. Rishabhadev says so. Guru nasasyat svajana nasasyat, pita nasasyat, janini nasasyat, devam natasyan napatishyasyan, namochartya samapiti mrityum. We should deliver those who are depending on us from death. So if you are a father or a mother or a husband or a guru or anyone in any position that we have, our only duty actually is to deliver those who are dependent on us. Yes. And we said so. Even if we die of starvation, there is no loss if you are Krishna conscious. But if you are not, even if you live for millions of years, we are great losers, actually. In second chapter, this is explained like this. Second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Kim pramatasya bahubi paroksharhaneriva varam muhurtam iditam. It's better to live a muhurta. That means muhurta means an hour and a half. Better to be alive an hour and a half than spend thousands of years of life without Krishna consciousness. Yes, so Lord Caitanya came to give us this understanding. Absorb yourself in spiritual life. Absorb yourself in spiritual life. Yes, and your life will be perfect. So every day we should chant and don't do anything else during your chanting. Don't scroll your phone. Don't do any duty. That doesn't mean that we don't chant when we perform our duties. We should chant also when we perform our duties. But when we chant our rounds, we should completely put attention on our rounds, on establishing our relationship with the Lord. Because our relationship with the Lord is the only thing we can have in this world that is of any substance, really. So yes, our chanting is our only hope. I don't know what is the French expression in Slovene we say. It's our saving blade of grass. Maybe do you have something similar? No? When you're falling and you catch the last blade of grass, that prevents that you fall completely into the abyss. Sorry? Last chance. Last chance. Yes, yes. Last hope, last chance. Last resort to survive, actually, is chanting of the holy name. But to understand this, we should hear regularly, every day. Otherwise, we won't understand. We would take it something cheaply. We should hear regularly in order to chant properly. In order to chant properly, with complete attention. Even if we can't completely be completely attentive, we should at least strive for every day, every single day. Don't miss this opportunity, and you'll be given mercy. Yes. Mercy comes when Krishna sees that we are hankering for mercy, that we give everything to get mercy. As long as we don't give everything to get mercy, we will not be given mercy. Hare Krishna. Is there any question or comment or doubt? Yes, please.
You talk about Krishna is the ability in man.
Yes.
But isn't it more pleasant to be a tool in the hand of Krishna to have ability to, instead of say, I am the doer, I am the one who take benefit of my intelligence or my ability. But Krishna used me, and I have, because of him, found the solution, whatever I expected.
Yes. This should be our daily prayer. Please let me become an instrument in your hands.
It's most tasteful, no?
Yes. And Prabhupada had the same prayer when he came to the West. He said, how can I preach to these people? When he saw how America was full of passion and ignorance, who will understand my preaching? Who will understand Krishna consciousness? Who will understand my philosophy? But my Lord, you brought me here, somehow or other, to this horrible place. So please let me dance. Let me dance as you wish. Yes. Use me as your instrument. So this should be our daily prayer to the Lord. Please use me as your instrument of your compassion. We can pray this to the Lord, to Lord Caitanya, to Lord Nityananda, to our spiritual master, to Srila Prabhupada. We should daily pray like this. Please make me dance. Make me dance as you wish. Let me become an instrument of your mercy. Yes. So I should become a servant of the servant of the servant. This is the proper understanding. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada comments in one of his purports in a third canto, I believe, that there is no greater achievement than to become a servant of the servant of the servant. Yes, Hare Krishna. Anything? Yes, please.
You said the only thing is to chant the holy name and to have total absorption.
Yes.
But my mind just does a lot of jumping when I'm chanting. Thinks of 20 million little thing, or just want to take the little piece of grass I see in the temple for it to be clean. So then how do we get in small absorption? You said to listen and to have these listen classes, but to have this intimate relationship with Krishna, you need to total surrender and your pride. I have plenty of pride, so it's a little forest with a lot of to find the path in the middle. So how do I anchor more than
Yes.
I'm doing?
This is a very important question. Therefore, I'm striving this listening, hearing. Because when we hear, we start to understand how important it is. So, best is to chant by sitting. Because when you sit, you don't see different grass on the floor. Really, this is not a joke. Because when we walk around, we see so many things. And everything we see distracts our mind, because mind can be focused only on one particular thing at the moment. Of course, mind is very quick, so mind can focus on many things very quickly. But still, if we want to focus on the holy name, we shouldn't allow the mind to jump here and there. Yato yato nishriti manashchanchalamastheram tatastato nayamyam tat atmaniva vashannayet. Lord Krishna explains in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that wherever the mind wanders because of its unstable nature, one should bring it back and concentrate again. So, therefore, this prayer, we should acquire this prayerful mood. Please, Lord, help me. I'm helpless. This is important realization. I'm helpless. It's not in my power to control my mind. But you can help. This is proper understanding. Devi hiesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya. Mam eva ye prapante maya mitantarantite. Lord Krishna explains in 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that mama maya duratyaya, my illusory energy, is not possible to overcome. It's extremely powerful, duratyaya. But mam eva ye prapadanti, one who surrenders to me can cross beyond it. So when we chant, we should try to sit down. Of course, if we get sleepy when we sit down, then we try to stand up. Audaryadam, have you heard about Audaryadam? He's a Russian devotee, famous in Russia especially. He's a doctor, and a natural doctor mostly. And he explains that one can acquire health by different austerities. And one austerity is to walk a lot in the nature. But the other austerity is to be fixed on one spot, that you don't move. So it's very beneficial. We use this time during chanting to be fixed in one place, that we don't move. Even if we can't sit down, if we fall asleep during our chanting, then we can stand up. But don't walk. Just be standing with your eyes closed or not completely closed. So you can stand in one spot and just chant and just see a picture of Krishna. With this prayerful mood, we should always chant with this prayerful mood. Don't chant just mechanical, just to finish your rounds. Because if you just try to finish your rounds, what can you accomplish? You may attain that your rounds will be finished. Yes. But if you want to connect with Krishna, you should pray to Krishna. So our chanting should be prayer. Please, Krishna, I want just you in this world. I just want a relationship with you. Ananya mamata Vishnu, primata Ananya mamata Vishnu, primata bhakti sangata. Bhaktiri Tuchati Bhishma Pladodava Naradai. It is explained that prema or bhakti even is ananya mamata, that nothing is mine but Krishna. So we should pray to Krishna, please Krishna, accept me as your servant, accept me as your lover, accept me, please. I have no other hope than you. I don't aspire to any other happiness. I don't hanker for anything else. Even if you put me in different miseries, I will not protest. We should understand this. We shouldn't protest. We are tend to protest very much. If you are put in different tribulations or unpleasant situation, we protest because something is not done properly, because our husband or wife didn't perform his duty properly. We protest, but don't protest. Accept everything as Krishna's mercy. Santushtah satatam yogi. Krishna says, my bhakta is always satisfied. Should be always satisfied. This is austerity of the mind. Yes. Yes. Manah prasadak somyatvam. The mind should be satisfied. How can you be happy if you're not satisfied? Is there a possibility to be happy without being satisfied? No. No way. So practice satisfaction. This is important. Practice satisfaction in any circumstance. Yes. And be grateful to Krishna. Whatever you receive, you should understand this is just lesson for me. This irritates me terribly, but I know Krishna is your mercy. This should be our attitude. Only with such an attitude we can connect really to the holy name. Hare Krishna. Anything else? Or we should finish now? Oh yes.
You spoke about the 100% of the spider and the 100% of the fungi.
Yes.
So as human, we may think we understand our 100% is to follow the order of our master.
Yes.
To follow the Bhagavata, to control the mind. But we are not all the same, even if we are all humans.
Yes.
So how can anyone understand where is 100%?
Yes. Of course, we are not the same as humans. I gave the example of superhuman, Jayapataka Maharaj. So, therefore, we should try to be honest with ourselves. And try to give as much as possible. Everything, actually. Not just as much as possible, but everything. But we should understand that we are insignificant. And as long as we are sadhakas, means that we are not perfect. But we shouldn't be satisfied with our imperfection. Yes, we should be morose because of our imperfections. We should pray to Krishna, please help me to overcome my imperfections. Please help me to recognize my imperfections. This is also important. Please let me become a servant of everyone. We should understand this because Mamaivan Shur Jiva Luki Jiva Bhutak Sanatana. Lord Krishna explains every living entity is my part and parcel. So if we understand that we are Krishna's servants, we can understand that we are servants of everyone. So this should be also our prayer. Let me become a servant of everyone. Yes. And let my life be dedicated only to you. And then we can check during our day how successful we are. We can have checkpoints. This is good to have checkpoints. We can take sankalpa in the morning when we wake up. This particular day I'll be Krishna conscious 100%, for example. And then we can check at breakfast how successful we were until that time. And then at lunch, we can estimate our morning. And in the evening, before we go to bed, we can estimate our day, how successful we were, how tolerant we were, how humble we were, how without pride we were, and how we offered respect to everyone. We can check these keys of spiritual success in our life at these checkpoints. This is helpful. Hare Krishna. So, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Gaura Purnima Maha Mahotsava ki jai, Nitai Gaur Pramanande. Hare Krishna. This is my